Good morning, everybody. How are you today? I hope you're fine. Well, today we are going to see a new topic which is called causative verbs with make and let. Causative verbs make and let. Instructions. Please, it's really important to pay attention to our instructions. Let's read together. Listen to the video explanation. Type this link on your computer to play the video. But before, on your notebook, you have to write down the title, causative verbs, make and let. And while you're watching the video, you have to give 3 examples with make and 3 examples with let. Do you understand? Let's repeat again. We are going to watch a video. For that, I need you to copy this link on your computer. Before playing the video, you are going to write down in your notebooks the title, causative verbs, make and let. Then, while watching the video, you have to write down or copy in your notebooks 3 examples with make and 3 examples with let. Did you get it? Alright, let's watch the video. It's here. Let's see.
Hi everyone, welcome to S&J English. What's wrong, Jenny? I finally got my driving license, but Mike doesn't let me use his car. And can you believe that he makes me come home by 9 p.m.? That's too bad. You shouldn't let him control your life. Today we will talk about the difference between make and let. Let's look at the usage of these verbs. Make means to force someone to do something they don't want to do. Example: my parents make me study hard. I don't want to study hard. My boss makes me go on lots of business trips. I don't want to go. The structure is subject, make, object, and bare infinitive. Let means to give permission to someone to do something they want to do. Example: my parents let me stay out late. I want to stay out late, and my parents say okay. My boss lets me go home early on Fridays. I want to go home early. The structure is subject, let, object, and bare infinitive. Remember, we don't use to after make and let. Now let's practice together. I will show you some sentences. Use make or let. it's your turn. My parents, me come home before 10 p.m. My parents make me come home before 10 p.m. They don't me eat junk food. They don't let me eat junk food. They don't me study hard. They don't make me study hard. Good practice, everyone. Sasha, do you think Paul will let me take a day off on my birthday? Yeah, he's a nice guy. He won't make you work on your special day. Do you think Paul will let me take a day off on my birthday? Yes, he won't make you work on your special day. Were your parents strict when you were a teenager? Yes, I think they were very strict. They made me come home by midnight and didn't let me have a tattoo. They just let me have my belly button pierced. Your parents are so great. My parents made me do a lot of housework and I didn't have much freedom. You should enjoy life now. Let's get a tattoo. No, thank you. Don't make me do that. How about you? Were your parents strict? See you next time.
Did you watch the video? I hope you enjoy it. Now let's continue. What do you think this picture expresses? Well, let me tell you that this girl's name is Sarah when she was a child. Look at the pictures. Picture 1. Look at her face. Do you think Sarah liked broccoli when she was a child? No, she didn't. Did she? Picture number 2. Look at Sarah's face. Do you think she liked to wash the dishes? And picture number 3. Do you think Sarah liked to share her toys with his little brother? What do you think happened to Sarah when she was a child? Please write down your possible answers in your notebook. Let's move to the next one. Now look at these pictures. Sarah's mom forced her to do some actions when she was a child. What means Sarah's mom forced her? Force means to push somebody to do something that he or she usually doesn't like to do. Okay? There is an obligation. You are forced to do something. You are pushed to do something. In this case, when Sarah was a child, her mom forced her to do some actions when she was a child. For example, her mom, Sarah eats broccoli. Her mom, Sarah, do the dishes. Her mom, Sarah, share her toys with her brother. Sarah's mom forced her to do some activities when she was a child. That means her mom forced or made Sarah eat broccoli. Her mom forced Sarah to do the dishes, or her mom made Sarah do the dishes. Her mom forced or made Sarah share her toys with her brother. You see? Forced, made. Force means to push someone to do something he or she usually doesn't like to do. Remember, force equals made. Her mom made Sarah eat broccoli. Her mom made Sarah do the dishes. Her mom made Sarah share her toys with her brother. Yes? You see her face? She didn't like to eat broccoli, but her mom forced her to eat broccoli. Next picture. She didn't like to wash the dishes, that's for sure, but her mom made her to do the dishes. And finally, Sarah didn't like to share her toys with her little brother, but her mom made Sarah share her toys with her brother. Did you get it? Now let's move to the next slide. Here says make. Read the following information. Let's read it together. Make is a causative verb because requires or force someone to take an action. When we make someone do something, we force him to do it. They have no choice. We make people do things they don't want to do. Yes? For example, look at here. Look at these short dialogues. The story of my life, which means every day is the same thing. Mom makes me do the dishes. This boy doesn't like to wash the dishes. But his mom makes him do the dishes. Look at these two children. Mom makes us clean the house. They obviously don't like to clean the house but they are forced by their mom to clean the house. That is why they say, Mom make us clean the house. Look at their faces. They don't look happy, do they? So remember, when we use make, it means that someone forces somebody else to do something he or she usually doesn't like to do. The structure of causative verb with make. Remember, make means force or require someone to take an action or to do something. Generally, something he or she doesn't like. Subject, someone. He, she, they, you, we, I. Make, which is the causative verb, make, yes, which is the causative verb, plus the object. The object, someone. Him, her, us, me, plus the verb in base form. The verb in base form. Look at this. Go, yes, and went. Go, went. You see it? Yes. Which is the verb in base form? Go or went? Yes, that's right. Go is the verb in base form. Infinitive form. The verb plus something. Something, the complement or the activity you have to do. For example, my mom makes, remember, the verb in simple present, because we are talking about, in this example, we are talking about simple present. It's a simple present example. My mom makes me or my sister, in this case, the object is my sister. My mom makes my sister wash, the verb in base form, her hands. Yes, her hands. My mom makes my sister wash her hands. My mom pushes my sister wash her hands. Yes, my sister doesn't like to wash her hands, but my mom pushes her to wash her hands. Let's move on to another example with the structure causative verb make. Remember that make means to force or require someone to take an action. We have the subject, which is someone. He, she, it, you, we, they, Maria, Carla, Carla, Maria, plus the causative verb make, plus the object, him, her, us, Maria, Carla, Pedro, plus the verb in base form, plus something, which is usually the action to be done. Subject, Mrs. Tello made Nicholas do his homework. Mrs. Tello made Nicholas do his homework. Maybe in the past, Nicholas didn't like to do his homework, so his teacher, in this case Mrs. Tello, forced him do his homework. Now, what do you see? Well, in this picture, these two girls are watching a video or a movie, probably a horror movie. What about the second picture? What do you think Sarah's parents permitted her to do when she was a child? Permitted. Gave her permission to do something. It's like, for example, when in the middle of the class you want to go to the bathroom and you ask your teacher for permission to go to the bathroom. Sarah's parents permitted her to do some actions after she did her responsibilities. A minute, please. Yeah. Okay. Yes. After Sarah did her responsibilities, maybe her parents gave her permission to do something that she usually liked to do. For example, her parents permitted Sarah or her watch horror movies when she was a child. Her parents permitted her use her cell phone when she was a child. Maybe as soon as she finished her homework, she was allowed to do so. Her parents permitted or let Sarah watch horror movies. Her parents permitted or let Sarah use her cell phone. Let is another causative verb. Read the following information. Let is a causative verb because requires or permits someone to take an action. When we let someone do something, we allow, we permit, we give permission someone to do something. Look at these two pictures. Look at this little girl's face. She looks happy, doesn't she? She says, I like doing house chores. What are house chores? Remember? Cleaning your bedroom, washing the dishes, vacuuming, etc. okay? But she's a young girl, very, very young. Maybe she's 5 or 6 years old. And probably her parents don't like her to do house chores at home. But since she likes a lot doing the house chores, her mom lets her do the dishes. Look at this picture now. These children are watching a movie. They are enjoying it. But they are very young to go alone to the movies or to the cinema. But their parents allow them, permit them, or give permission to go to the cinema by themselves. That's why they say, no, mom, let me go or let us go to the movies with my friends. In the case of this child, he says, mom, let me go to the movies with my friends. He's allowed to go to the movies with his friends. Their parents or his parents do not accompany him. A structured causative verb with let. Let permit someone to take an action, to give permission somebody else to do something. The structure someone, which is the subject. Let, the causative verb let, which means to give permission. The object, me, us, you, her, him, María, Clara, Pedro, Pedro and Clara. The verb in base form, something. The subject, my mom. The causative verb, let's. The object, my brothers. The verb in base form, play. Video games. My mom lets my brothers play video games. My brothers are given permission to play video games. Another sample. The subject plus the causative verb let, which means to give permission someone to do something. The object, the verb in base form, something. My mom let me have a dog. Some examples. Watch the following video. Some extra examples. Causative make and let examples. Now we are going to see examples with make and let. Remember that the causative verb make means to force somebody to do something. Something that he or she usually doesn't like to do. On the other hand, remember, let is to give permission someone to do something. For example, when you say, Miss, may I go to the bathroom? And when I say, yes, you can go, that means that I am giving you permission to go to the bathroom. I let you go to the bathroom. Please type this link on your computer to watch the video. and pay extra attention to the examples with make and let and notice the difference. Now let's watch the video. Please pay extra attention to see the difference between make and let. Are you ready? Let's watch it.
On verb patterns, and we're specifically going to look at the two verbs let and make, because these two verbs are a little bit different in terms of how we use them in sentences. So you're going to learn how to form a sentence using these two verbs, and I'll show you plenty of examples too. Speaking of examples, let's start with two. My parents let me stay out late. So here you can see we're using the verb let. My parents let me stay out late. Now what this means is my parents allowed me to stay out late. They gave me permission to do this. Now another example, but this time using make. My parents made me make my bed every day. My parents made me make my bed every day. I'm sure you know what this means. It basically means that they force me to do it, but it's not quite as strong as the verb force. Now, another thing to note is that in both of these sentences, I'm talking about the past. My parents let me stay out late when I was younger. My parents made me make my bed every day when I was younger too. So let's look at how to form these sentences before looking at more examples. We start with the subject in most cases, so I gave two examples using my parents, and then we just use make or let. Okay, my parents made, my parents let. And then we use the object. My parents made me, my parents let me. I made you. I let you. And then we use the bare infinitive. So just the verb on its own. My parents made me do. My parents made me go, etc. Hopefully that isn't too confusing. More examples are going to help you. Here is another one. The teacher makes them do their homework. So this is a simple example. I'm sure you've heard something like this before, but it just shows you exactly how we can use make. The teacher makes them do their homework. Her boss lets her work from home. So her boss lets her work from home. Her boss gives her permission to work from home. However, this woman is not so lucky, and her boss is not as nice. Her boss made her stay at work all night. Her boss made her stay at work all night. Now for the last example, imagine that two security guys are talking to each other at a nightclub. One of them spots a guy. So he sees a guy who he doesn't like, someone who's maybe very drunk, someone who is maybe quite aggressive. And he says to his other security friend, don't let that guy come in. So in this case, we're using the imperative in the negative. Don't let that guy come in. To learn more about verb patterns, watch
Okay, sorry for the dog's barks, but I guess they are the neighbor's dogs. Okay, so, did you notice the difference between make and let? Yes. Let's see. Remember that make means to force somebody else to do something he or she usually doesn't like to do. While let means to give permission somebody else to do something he or she wants. Now, let's see. Read carefully the following examples and choose the correct option. Number 1 says, my dad let me use Instagram. That means A. My dad, allows me to do so, to use Instagram. Or B. My dad or he forces me to do so. By the video, we know that let means to give permission somebody else to do something. So, if I say, my dad let me use Instagram, that means A or B? That's right. He allows me to do so. He gives me permission to do so. Number 2. My mother makes me wash the dishes. That means A. She allows me to do so. Or B. She forces me to do so. My mother makes me. Remember that makes means to force somebody else to do something he or she doesn't like to do. So, what do you think is the answer? A or B? That's right. The answer is letter B. She forces me to do so. I don't like to wash the dishes, but my mom forces me to do so. Number 3. Kelly's boss lets her work from home. You know the boss? Yes, lets her work from home. That means A. She allows Mary to do so. Or B. She forces Mary to do so. Let. Remember, let's. That's right. She allows Mary to do so. Number 4. The teacher lets you go to the restroom. That means A. She allows you to do so. Or B. She forces you to do so. That's right. She allows you to do so. Number 5. The teacher makes you do homework. That means she allows you to do so, or she forces you to do so. Makes. That's right. She forces you to do so. Now, exercises. Let's practice. Write the answers in your notebook. Block 1. Complete the sentences below using the correct form of the verbs let and make. What means the correct form? Could be the present. Could be the verb make or let in simple present, or could be the form of late and make in simple past. or could be the forms of the verb let and make in simple, future, or the future simple, etc. Let's see. Number 1 says, Sam really wanted a dog. Wanted a dog. Maybe when he was a child. In the past. No? Sam really wanted a dog. But his parents wouldn't him have a pet. Here in parentheses I have permit. Remember? Make forces. Let gives you permission. So, what is the answer? That's right. Let. Number 2. I can't believe you look at her vacation pictures again last night. We have to look at those boring pictures every time we go to her house. Force. Which is the correct verb? Let or make? Please take into consideration this time expression, this past time expression, last night, to write the correct form of the verb let or the verb make. Number 3. Professor Yu, her students used a dictionary while they were taking the test. In parentheses, you have this. Permit. Number 4. Sally me take off my shoes before I went into her house. She said she wanted to keep the carpet clean. Force. Number 5. Diane thinks television is a waste of time, so she won't her children watch TV. Permit. Please remember to write down your answers in your notebooks. Block 2. Choose the correct option. You have 5 sentences with 4 options. You have to read each sentence and then choose the best alternative for each of them. Henry never his daughter drive his car. A mates, let, B lets, C let, or D make. What do you think is the answer? Yes, let's. Henry loves his car too much that he never lets his daughter drive his car, which means he never gives his daughter permission to drive his car. Please read carefully each of the sentences and choose the correct option. And don't forget to write down your answers in your notebooks. Block 3. Choose the correct option. 6. The curfew given by President Vizcarra, Peruvians stay at home from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. You have the options A, let, B, make, C, make, or D, let's. What's the correct alternative? Once again, you have to read carefully each sentence and choose the best alternative. Don't forget to write your answers in your notebooks. After you solve all the exercises, you can check your answers, but please be honest. Don't check your answers, or don't go to these answer keys before doing the exercises by yourselves. And that's it. Thank you so much. See you the next class.